Good evening, all.
Good evening.
First of all, I welcome you all. And today's chief guest, Mr. Guru Prasad, my friend Guru Prasad Pauskar, sorry. I'm sorry. Mr. Rudolf, and my friend Mr. Tyagi, Mr. Karanade, and all dear friends. I welcome you again for this wonderful program of award ceremony to those who are doing wonderful job in the society. And this, you can see the Ethernet Foundation. This is a newly formed foundation by Ethernet Express. This is completely social activities, non-profitable, and we are doing a lot of work on this in this under this banner. And we form a foundation in the chairmanship of Mr. Praveen Sabnis and many others. We are going to include in this. I'll tell you something more about Srimati. You can see this Srimati. This is the project of joint project of Ethernet Express Foundation and the Exora Private Limited. Exora is a.
I would now like to request our chief guest to come forward to the stage. And Sagar sir, may I please request you to give them with a floral bouquet? Lauren Cadero to come ahead and give us a short presentation on Srimati. A bit about our Goa's angel from Germany. He fell in love with Goa in his first visit to India in the 1990s, when he spent 5 weeks with his wife Eve. The German bank manager was hooked onto the beaches and cuisine, but the homeless and the school dropouts caught his attention. He met a waiter, Vincent D'Souza, who helped him scout 4 students of SFX High School Siolim. His friends in Germany were impressed by his work and offered to support. On the next trip to Goa, he had collected enough to fund the education of 15 to 20 students. He was introduced to Stella Jacob, the headmistress of Our Lady of Mount Carmel School, Arambur. She helped him identify deserving students who needed help. They visited homes and met parents. Stella introduced him to her husband Jacob Matthew, an educationist in Pallium, Pernam. They started Bhumika Technical Institute in Pallium in 1995 with 2 trades, turner and electrician. Today, it offers training courses in plumbing, welding, tailoring, automobile mechanics, home nursing, and many more. In 1997, Hindi Vidyalaya Technical Institute was started at Siolim. They provided scholarships for academically competent but poor students. Indian Student Educational Aid Foundation has sponsored education for over 3,000 students over the last 30 years. The beneficiaries have become doctors, chartered accountants, advocates, teachers, engineers, and many other professions. Home Nursing Bureau started in 2005, which is another milestone in his journey. As demands kept increasing, Holy Cross Indo-German Techno Center in Marna was established. An open school was started to provide opportunities to students who are unable to complete their school education for some or the other reasons. He was 44 when he set on his mission. He paid from his pocket for multiple trips to Goa to follow up. He convinced nearly 500 active sponsors from Germany, mostly judges, teachers, and small businessmen. His enthusiasm to help the undeserved remains unabated. Let's put our hands together for our first Vivekananda Angel awardee, Mr. Rudolf Schwartz. Sanjay Goikar and
I will just read what's written on the award. Ethernet Foundation confers Vivekananda Angel Award on Rudolf Schwartz for facilitating the skill development of the underserved through his initiative, Indian Student Educational Aid Foundation, with 3 ITIs, an open school, a nursing bureau, and has provided educational scholarships as well. This has been handed over on Swami Vivekananda Jayanti as per the Tithi of the Hindu calendar, 2nd February 2024. And the shawl that is wearing is a traditional Goan Kurbi shawl. Okay, it's not so readily available, it's a special one.
So, ma'am, can you please say a few words to us?
Dear Internet Foundation, you are looking for an angel, but you will see I have no wings, so I can't be an angel. I only did my duty. What I have to do, I did. For the poor Indians who have no chance to develop. In this way, I want to thank our President, Mr. Delaney, who did an excellent work for the Indian youth. The former President have been I have to thank also the members of our organization, the staff, students, and friends from Germany, England, Sweden, and our Indian friends who are here also. One minute. It's not easy. Don't make me to an holy man. It's only my duty what I did, and I collected money in Germany, but without the Indians who did a lot of work, it would not have been possible to develop this project. I have to mention Matthew Jacob, who organized the to construct the building of 3 technical schools, big schools, and they are very successful. Only during the Corona times we have big problems, but they are solved by Mr. Delaney. Former presidents were Thomasin Kaduz, I think the Indians all know him. He is from Kandalim. Then Raman Mukherjee, he is born Indian, lives in London, and took over the post when Thomasin Kaduz had important things to do. After it, Matthew Jacob came as a president, and now I'm very thankful to meet here Mr. Delaney. We started our work. I think it's not clear. My wife and me don't know in 1990 or 1989 or 1991. That is not clear, but at first we supported 4 students from Siolim and paid for their education. All 4 are well established and I meet them from time to time, and they always remember me of what we have got for them done. We started with students from the 9th standard and asked them to promise to continue the school. We selected good and poor students, intelligent students, and they had to promise that they will continue their studies. But after the 10th standard, many parents sent them to work, and so it was a big break for us that they did not continue their education. Then we changed, and in the 9th standard they were not so good in speaking English, to write letters to the sponsors, which was very important to encourage the sponsors to pay more money that we needed. We changed 1 year later to students who are in the 11th standard. There was a possibility bigger that they will continue their studies. And many of our students became doctors, and one famous doctor is here below us, who was supported by us. I think he is one of 100 doctors we had paid for the education. Teeth doctors and engineers, all different paths we invested money. But then we realized that there is another group in Goa which we have to support. There are students who, because of their family situation, or maybe they are not so intelligent, they could not finish the 10th standard, and for those we gave the possibility to start their career in our we started 2 courses in a technical institute, and later now we have 3 big technical institutes which are very successful in education. This group of India, they normally in this they have no chance to get good jobs, but when they are educated as car mechanicals or electricians, plumbers, they immediately get well-paid jobs and could support their families. One student I remember, he had only 4th standard and made a welding course, and after the welding he made a fitter course, but did not make the examen. But now he has a company with 5 employees, is producing frames of windows, and is very successful, married to a wife who had 12th standard, and I think he has in the meantime 2 or 3 houses. So he is very wealthy now. I have to look. Which is also very important. I need some time. Which is very important is that we have an open school where students who were not so good at school or developed later could make the examen from the 10th standard that they can continue their education at school. That is very, very successful, and they got a new chance to have a better career. The finances of our organization, we could make a good foundation. We have sufficient money that from that money we can pay the salaries of the teachers, the costs of the courses, and everything. Our staff is paid, and there is one person who does it perfect. It is Rupesh. He is sitting over there. He is a great man. He is doing a brilliant job. I thank you, Rupesh, for doing that. Besides, we collected from the students who come to our technical institute. They have to pay fees that we collect and save it. Then we get money from besides we have our home nursing bureau where we are sending more than 400 students, not nurses, to the houses, and from those houses who are able to pay for nurses, they are also able to pay fees to us. We got a lot of money from those people, which allows us to pay our staff. And the nurses are paid by the families where they are working for. And from our money which we have in our accounts, we get a lot of interest, so there are for years in the future we have no financial problems. So I think I stopped working in Germany for Indian students. I'm still working in India for Indian students, but as I became 70 and we gave scholarships to students, and that could last 12 or 14 years. So when you are 70, it's not sure that you will be 85. So I had to stop the German organization, close it down. Another problem was a tax problem in Germany. If I would not have closed it down, nobody else would be able to close it down. So that I had to do, but I said before, sufficient money that we can get interest. At least I want to thank our teacher Sabina for the teacher note. She is making our home nursing office who supports the families where the husbands or the younger children are working outside, and for the elder people they need nurses. She is a manager and distributing nurses, and she does it perfect. So I have to thank you. It's a great honor for me to get that prize, and I'm happy to see all my friends here, and I have to thank my wife who supports me. She was always on my side and criticized wrong things, and so everything what we did in Goa was not successful. I think 20% were not successful, but you have to try something. If you want to be successful, you must, it is allowed to make mistakes. And these mistakes we made, but besides of all the mistakes, we got big success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was really inspiring. Thank you. I now request our chief guest, the State Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities, Mr. Gurdas Pavaskar, to say a few words for us.
Good evening, friends. Internet Foundation is having this award ceremony today. My good friend Sagar, Praveen, I can see Gautam, many other well-wishers and known faces here. I think